good thing.
Yeah.
He had a nice jam there. Great shot.
Good sweep, Jeff. Thanks, John.
John's sort of a lively guy. And
way better than that. Didn't look like it was going to be that when we hit a lot of it.
Actually, his weight that saved him on that one.
It truly is. Yeah, it wasn't where he hit it.
Well, it looks like a lot. Stay close. Stay very close. Get ready to sweep.
Just when you start to get a lot of rocks in play, somebody comes up with a double or a triple in this game here to just eliminate every possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of blanks, but it's really not indicative of the number of rocks in play. We've had quite a number of ends, and somehow when the dust clears, there's only been one left.
Whoa, easy. Shot.
Situation now for Mark Olson, where he's probably thinking about how to generate some offense now in the ninth end.
Well, you know, your philosophy changes a lot if you're tied up or you're one down going into the ninth end. At that point, you say, do we want to blank this and be one down coming home with, or take 2 or 3? But I suggest that if we get through this with a blank, if things don't work for Mark really early, he'll be very content to just go to the 10th.
Yeah, he'll start swinging early in the end on the ninth, hoping to get, like even if you get a 2, that's not great. You have to sort of gamble and try and get a 3 if you can. And if you looks early like you can't do it, then you might as well bail out and try and blank it, and then try and get your deuce coming home to win.
You bet.
That's what the free guard zone has made it even a little more precarious in that ninth end. You got to be very careful.
Very nice.
And the nose hit from Jeff Stoughton gets a roll into the 4-foot.
Long day, Nelly.
It'll be interesting, in the 9th or the 10th if either the skips or thirds have to make a really crucial draw, because quite frankly, we haven't seen them make a whole lot. They haven't played a whole lot.
I don't know. Jeff, well, Jeff thrown one? The last in, I think he threw one in the back there.
He threw it in the back, and Mark threw one at the back of the paint.
Mark threw one earlier in the
7th,
game, but
so
very few that have thrown. You're right.
A whole lot of really key draws.
And sometimes in a game like this too, the adrenaline doesn't flow quite as much as you want it to, and you can get a little tired out there too.
Sure.
Yep. All right, don't stop.
I mean, for these guys, this is the 3rd game of the day. It's and this has been a long couple of days. This event started on Tuesday night here.
And then when you do get tired, you get just that split-second mental lapse, which can blow the whole game. That's it. Whereas when you're playing sort of a lot of rocks in play in sort of a hyper state, you just become extremely alert.
So for Jeff really wanting to stick close to the middle of the house, the reason for that is that it will make Mark's rolling out much more difficult, just because it's a longer path to roll.
Hard. Good.
No, he's not going to be very happy with that.
No.
That gives Mark the easy out.
See, that's what I think, the game is moving along so quickly, in that Stoughton is one of the best hitters in the world, and for him to roll out is really just maybe a lack of concentration, just a slight lack of concentration there.
No kidding. You guys talk about it.
Plan, Stan.
Shorter it. You think he'll throw quarters?
No, he'll hit it.
Okay.
Discussing their strategy for the next 10.
Well, they're trying to figure out what Mark's going to do, maybe.
Well, Jeff thinks he's going to hit. So we go to the 9th.
And so we have our 5th blank end of this B-side semifinal. It's a tight one. And Jeff Stoughton still leads Mark Olson 3-2.
Come for the flavor, come for the taste, stay for the good times, you know the place. We'll treat you special, we'll treat you right. You're the reason Chicken Chef is cooking something good tonight. Come on out, come on in to Chicken Chef. We're cooking something good for you. Come on in to Chicken Chef. We're cooking up something good for you.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, the things our chairs can do go
On and on and on and on.
In short, your choice will do anything but just sit there.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries presents one sweetheart of a sale just in time for Valentine's Day. Over 150 gorgeous Lazy Boy chairs on display and priced as low as $379. Come in today and find your true love.
The Safeway Select is brought to you in part by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, the real thing in home furnishings, and by Manitoba Ford and Mercury dealers. We're with you all the way.
To all those who will have made the commitment, the sacrifices, and ultimately the journey to Winnipeg this summer, the Ford and Mercury dealers of Manitoba would like you to know that because you've already gone further than most people will ever get, the very least we can do is be here to help you go the rest of the way.
Sometimes the right decision is all a body needs. Well, I've made the right decision and I've chosen proven seed. And it makes me feel so satisfied looking out across my land. I've got the power to succeed right here in my hand. Proven seed, giving me the power to grow.
Alberta's Kathy Borst has been a force on the Canadian women's curling scene throughout the past decade, finishing second to Connie Laliberty at the '95 Scott Tournament of Hearts. But last year in Regina, she finally realized her dream by capturing the Canadian Women's Championship. Borst defeated Ontario's Anne Merklinger in the final to claim her first Canadian title.
Champions is brought to you by Granny's Poultry, always quality and freshness.
And she is the Alberta champion they call Snow White.
And in women's play, the defending team is known as Team Canada and returns the following year. And so Kathy Borst and her crew will be heading to Charlottetown to attempt to defend her title. And for this year, then that means that Alberta will have 2 representatives in the Scott Tournament of Hearts. And Manitoba's own Nancy Malinchuk, now Nancy Smith, and Tracy Knowles, formerly Tracy Bush, lost the finals their first year that they had moved out there.
Halfway.
And it was interesting during the break, we heard Mark and Peter talking and deciding that they really wanted to go for it. They agreed that if they were 1 down coming home, it wasn't the end of the world, but they have agreed to really go hard at this and see if they can score 2 or 3. So we'll see how that plays out.
The theory being, I guess, that if they can score 2 in this end, hold Jeff Stoughton to 1 in the next end, they'll win it in the extra end.
But it's so hard to hold a team to 1 with a free guard zone. That's the problem. It's quite difficult.
It's become sort of a big science, you know, the position you want to be. Do you want to be 1 up, 1 down? What do you want to be? And there are teams that are electing to sort of concede a point, if you will.
Yes.
Just not even, you know, they have a wide open hit and they just throw it to the boards and say, you take the point. I'd rather be 1 down coming home with than 1 up without.
But here.
It's interesting because, I'm sorry, Joe, one of the things that we caught at the end of the break is Gary Vandenberger said to Jeff, you know, if we throw 2 in, what's he going to do? And Jeff said, well, he's going to hit. Unbeknown to him, Mark Olson and Peter had said, no, let's go hard at it. So Jeff certainly probably expecting him to hit this, but instead Charlie's throwing 2 corner guards.
Get it moving.
Well, I would have expected, if I were Jeff, I'd have expected the same from Mark, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this is sort of a different game plan than they normally do.
Hard. Drop.
Jeff Stoughton asking Gary Vandenberg to remove that guard out in front.
Hip. Whoa, clean. Hip. Shot.
Which he does very effectively.
Right down to it, Dino.
And Mark Olson asking Dean Dunstone to come down on top of that Stoughton rock that's sitting in the 8-foot.
Well, wanting to play the freeze now that you know, we're into second stones and they can certainly remove the guards. This is it's very good drawing ice because it curls really hard, but it's also very easy peeling ice. As you saw, it's harder to hit and stick, in fact, on this ice than it is to hit and roll out. And so his best bet is to play the freeze to the one on the house, and maybe with some backing, he might be able to generate a jam or an opportunity for himself.
No bump. Heads up. No bump. No, don't bump it. It's got really good line.
Good line, but it does bump it.
It does, but it certainly makes it a lot more difficult for Jeff's team to remove it than if it was a long corner guard.
A little easier to play the pick on the left-hand side.
Hip. Whoa. Hip. Clean. 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 Clean.
Good shot.
Shot.
That's a good shot.
Good shot. Good.
That round of applause you hear is the fact that the other B-side semifinal game between Kerry Burtnick and Dave Bomer has concluded with Kerry Burtnick coming out on top. So he'll be in tomorrow morning's B-side final. And we want to draw your attention to that. Tomorrow morning we'll be back on the air at 10 o'clock with the B-side final. And right now we could be looking at an A-side final rematch between Kerry Burtnick and Jeff Stoughton.
Hard. Easy. Whoa. 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 Oh, that's a perfect shot. Perfect.
Well, Mark's happy with it.
No, that is a perfect shot because he can't jam it out here, because what would happen is if he tried to get it out the side, he'd probably jam it over onto the other rock too. Take
Nose hit.
Both his own out, but he's going to gamble on this and look at hitting it here, possibly going over on his own, maybe spilling it out the back.
And even if he's right on the nose, he's saying if we hit it right on the nose perfectly, we'll just trade points. You take your one.
Yep.
That's fine with me.
Good.
No, that is a good shot, actually. Because Mark doesn't have a heck of a lot to work with on that. He's got to move the rocks around a little bit.
He's got to move them around. No, it's a very good shot.
Because Jeff says, okay, that's fine. You take your one. Jeff doesn't mind giving up the one and then having Tide coming home with last rock.
Another good Safeway select for Dave Bomer, but it comes to an end all too early. So the ninth end between Bomer and Kerry Burtnick. Last rock, Burtnick sitting 2. And Dave Bomer will draw in for the single point, but it was handshakes after that.
And certainly every year, Dave Bomer's team advances a little farther and a little farther. Last year they qualified and were gone. This year, last draw on Saturday night. The addition of Brent Bramer at third has certainly strengthened the team. He's a very good player.
I don't know if it's going to drag or not.
Well, looks like Stoughton might be able to, if he gets this right, if he just hits
you got to hit
this corner
you hit
here,
a quarter of this to get it out,
and shoots it out that side, this one under here.
What do you think?
Well, we got to play this anyway, so.
It's close. I don't know. Depends if it drags. If it drags, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And there you have it. Meaning if it stays straight and stays in one particular path, it'll go, and if it starts to move, then it won't. But they've got to move it anyways.
No, he did it just the opposite way.
And that's an excellent shot by Jonathan.
Super shot, sensational. I said it the opposite way I'd looked at it. Great shot.
You too.
I wasn't even sure if it was there. Great if we have an opportunity to see it again. We knew he had to hit it on the outside. So he hits about a third. Red onto yellow, and thin enough that both yellows go. Reds do as well. The only thing for him that he would have liked is maybe to have something else stick around. You know, at some point with Peter's second shot, now they're going to play the freeze, but because there's only one of Stoughton's stones in the house, if things don't work out, this reduction in rocks is going to give Mark an opportunity to bail.
To blank, yeah. But that was a sensational shot for Jonathan Meade. That's a shot that makes this look like Stoughton has to go to the extra end to win.
Looks like a lot.
He's looking out the blank here for Olson, trying to keep Olson to one and then win in the extra end.
Don't even blink.
Well, he's not very close on this.
Come on.
Weight-wise.
Come on. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, for a bite. For a bite.
It's too heavy.
Not good.
No, I mean, that's just mentally just not thinking about where you want to be. That's
even if he's a guard, he's better.
Then if he does make the roll, at least he's only laying, worse shot.
Just here too. Got tons of time.
Here. I mean, if he makes a dead perfect roll, I don't think he's shot rock anyway.
No.
Like if he rolls here, he's going to be a little bit open. Maybe we should just go here then.
Just don't want to give him something that he can make the good roll on. Like if he's going to roll over here, there's separation. You'd hate to put it here and see him be able to hit and roll to there.
No, we can't come behind the tee line.
No.
Like here then? I don't know.
Yeah, or even on the center line, like top.
Yeah.
If you go here, you just have to make sure we're there.
Or here.
Yeah.
Touch top four, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
what Jonathan's philosophy is that even if, it doesn't matter where they put it, if they get a perfect roll behind the guard, the rock is only going to be full 12.
Yeah, so if he's in behind here,
he's not going to be shot rock.
Yeah, he's not going to be shot rock. Then this rock is shot, and that's what. But if he is shot rock, then it's partially exposed so that Jeff can get at it in his last one. So that's the way they're looking at it.
For Jeff, what is really important on this shot is that he's not behind the tee line to allow Mark an opportunity to freeze. Anywhere in front of the tee line and in the house, he's pretty well going to be forcing Mark to take one this end, which is just a super goal for him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That shot at Nichols just turned it all around, because then he's now Jeff's got a really good chance of forcing him into taking his one.
How far?
Whoa.
But he doesn't want to set up a double now.
Yep.
Now they should take it back. See, they're not alert here. At least take it back so he doesn't set up a double. Well, he hasn't set up a double, but it's still behind the tee line.
Well, and we talked about the skips earlier. You know, you'd hate to have to win the game by drawing a precision spot, because they just haven't had the opportunities to draw in it as much quicker tonight.
So for Mark, he wants to come down to this rock, but if anything, sort of be on this side of it, so that if Jeff does hit it, Jeff would jam it possibly over onto this one.
That's somewhere in front of it. It's got to be shot, but
he can't be on the high side of it. If he's on the high side of it, Jeff just comes down.
Maybe a little less.
Mark's forced to take one.
This side just as keen as that other side?
Good line. Freeze, good line. Real good line. Clean.
No bump, no bump.
Gap. Come on, Dean. It's budging.
Hard. You got to get shot. You got to get shot.
Whoa.
Hard.
He's lost his line. Well, that's too far to that side. Now he can easily get it out. He just spills it out, and he doesn't kill his other one.
Unfortunately, it started to fudge. When they say fudge, what often happens is when you have a lot of rocks, as we've had this game in specific past, the pebble starts to wear off, and it almost like the center of the ice starts to get really soft. And when it gets soft, it starts to just dig and turn at the same time, which happened to Mark, because he had great weight, and then it just kind of broke a little.
Just got two things here. If he picks it clean, which is a tough shot, that's a great shot too, because then Mark is forced to get one. He doesn't want to spill them both out and roll out himself. That's all.
Final rock for Jeff Stoughton in this ninth end.
Whoa!
He's okay. Just got to get the pick.
Great shot.
Perfect shot.
Great shot.
Glad I got to see the end of that shot. Did you? Oh, no.
He makes this absolutely perfect, because as Don said, he doesn't want to spill the back one to allow Mark a chance to get out of this end. He just wants to pick out the rock and get the heck out of there. Nicely done.
Does anybody do it better?
I don't know, but not very many if there are. It's just a very nice shot. And he's very calm.
So what it does, that miss at Nichols was the key shot, because that's forced him now to take one.
Yeah.
And now Jeff's got the hammer coming home with last rock, and that was such a big miss.
Just a touch less. Well,
final rock, ninth end.
Well,
he's do it. Clean it up. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Off.
Whoa. Clean now. Clean now. Clean now.
Yep.
Clean.
He's got a good looking shot.
Clean. Good throw, Mark. Attaboy.
Nice shot.
So we'll be coming home tied at 3. B-side semifinal. Jeff Stoughton and Mark Olson come back to the 10th end on Global.
Granny's Manitoba poultry hits the spot with every mouthful. Imagine the warm aroma of a Granny's turkey fresh out of the oven. As its sweet smell wafts through the house, it takes you back to family celebrations of days gone by. At Granny's, we're dedicated to making your family gatherings memorable year after year. Granny's Poultry, proudly Manitoba's only turkey processor.
Farm fresh taste and country goodness, Granny's.
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Light, right out of the ice.
It's $1 million twice a week. It's a game we call our own. Western 649. Here at home.
Introducing Western 649. It's our own $1 million lotto. Play the new game in town at any Manitoba lottery ticket center.
From here to here. Okay, smile. And remember this, my friend. The buck stop here. Buck stop here.
The Safeway Select is brought to you by Canada Safeway, because we care.
To all those who will have made the commitment, the sacrifices, and ultimately the journey to Winnipeg this summer, the Ford and Mercury dealers of Manitoba would like you to know that because you've already gone further than most people will ever get, the very least we can do is be here to help you go the rest of the way.
Last year, the Crocus Fund provided excellent returns, better than many other investments. That's darn good performance.
Tried and proven, the Crocus Fund continues to attract Manitobans who want to save up to 80% in taxes on their RRSP.
Well, there's more to it than that. Crocus gives young people a better future, right here in Manitoba.
Want to know more? Call for this free booklet to see how you can save on taxes. The Crocus Fund, bringing your investments home.
Wait.
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Light, right out of the ice.
It's time for the Safeway Select Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Best Seats in the House contest. One lucky Safeway Club card holder will win these beautiful his and hers recliners, courtesy of Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. These 5 lucky Safeway Club card holders have won $25 grocery gift certificates, courtesy of Canada Safeway, and are automatically entered to win the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's grand prize. The grand prize winner will be announced during the broadcast of the Safeway Select Final, right here on Global.
Welcome back. Portage Centennial Arena. Charlie Selina of the Olson team has played a center line guard, and now Jeff Stoughton asking his lead, Doug Armstrong, to get around that.
Come on, guys, come on.
Well, and for Charlie, it was just absolutely crucial that he have a guard, and he did. And for Doug, if they're going to play this, he needs to be in the forefoot.
Good.
Well, he had an option there, too. He might have considered trying to pick it without knocking it out of play. But he wanted to get Dougie Armstrong back into, as you're saying, back into the forefoot. It's a great shot and a way up there, but it's even better if he's right in the forefoot. Even biting the button would be perfect.
Well, sure, because, you know, for Mark, he couldn't ask for anything more. He's got a guard. He's got another rock in play. I mean, the more rocks in play when you don't have last stone.
But he's got to get this one in now.
To your advantage. Yeah, it's a big shot for Charlie and for Mark's team. Oh, he made a very nice shot when he needed it.
And a very nice shot indeed from Charlie Selina, who works for SHL System House. That's a computer company. They take care of the computer systems of the Manitoba government.
I suggest either or here for this. If he gets a little inside, picks off that guard, that's not a bad shot either.
Yep. Yes!
He's on the front.
Yep. Good shot.
And I just suggest either or.
Good.
But that's such a crucial shot of Charlie's. When you have the opportunity, I mean, if Mark does make perfect guards, Jeff has so little to draw to, and we've talked about the draw weight this game, that was just...
Well, he'd have nothing to draw to. He couldn't, his own rock would cause him problems right here. I don't think he could get around it to get onto the button. They've got to, for Olson now, he's committed. He has to make some perfect guards all the way. And
he's
then
got to make 6 perfect guards.
Yeah, and Jeff may have an opportunity for the raise on this later. It depends on how the guard situation goes.
Line's good. Long is fine to start with. Just full clean. Wow, it's really moving hard. Whoa. Good shot.
Well, that's
another good stone.
No, he's open a bit, but Jeff's decided to go to the front.
And it doesn't even really matter to Mark. I mean, it's forcing Jeff to play one or the other. If he happens to pick the back one, he's going to have the guard. If he takes the guard, he just continues to throw it.
Whoa. Clean. Shot.
And a good peel by Gary Vandenberg.
Same way.
Mark Olson asking Dean Dunstone to put up another guard.
Hurry if you can for line. Hold it straight. Easy, easy, Charlie. Easy, easy, guys. That's line is fine. Just let it die. Long is fine to start with it. Okay.
So Dean Dunstone has done his job. 2 good guards. By being far enough out, Jeff's thinking this may be one of his only opportunities to remove the stone, or at least move the stone off the 4-foot, because he knows that right now he doesn't have a shot. So he's asking Gary to throw sort of back 12 weight, just enough to move it out of there.
Whoa, whoa, wow.
Now, taking the guard is not a bad option. Going by on the outside is fatal.
He's looks
Come
like he's
on,
going
get
by.
over. Come on.
Starting to come over. Might just grab a piece, and it does.
Well, at
Good,
least
Gary.
it's...
Well, it's better than it was for Jeff,
Yeah.
because for Jeff, the way that it was set up is he wouldn't have had a shot. Now, he has left a center guard. He's got a rock on the back of the 4, so Mark is going to try to get it back in where Charlie was.
Yeah, it's
I
slightly
think if we
better.
play there, he's going to run the doubles of the guards. If you throw here, he'll run this.
Well, we're going to have a discussion about this shot.
I'd like to put that rock back right where it was.
Yeah, I agree with you, because if we go here...
He's going to run the double.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah, he's going to go for the raise.
I'm okay here. Like,
Well, right on the top. Well, that's that's not terrible, but I mean,
yeah.
if you replace that rock back here, that's really great.
Lots of time left on the clock, 14
right here
minutes.
is good.
This year, for the first time, the men and the women have gone with 73 minutes rather than 75, and both teams awarded 2 one-minute timeouts, during which time the clock stops. With having lots of time, they didn't bother asking for a timeout, but should this end really delay, they certainly have that option left to them. And so after some of a team discussion, they've elected to follow the path that Charlie initially put it in.
Whoa, yep. Whoa, whoa. Wow. Stay close. Whoa. Stay close. Wow.
Needs to be in front of the tee line.
Jesus, short is better.
Interesting. Just a little too much weight. He had to be, maybe top 4-foot is what he really wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, both the 9th and the 10th end, Pete really did need to be higher, particularly here.
Jeff's he could come around the other way in there and come in this side here.
Peel too.
And just maybe come in here, or even tighter to his and in behind here if he could.
Yeah, What are you thinking, hitting the flop?
I don't know, everything's behind the tee line. So what's the worst case? We re-rip. What's he going to do?
He's got a guard, doesn't he?
What's he guard, though?
I don't know. If he comes in, we just start hammering.
Yeah.
What would you want him?
What do you got left?
Two cherries.
So his last shot, if we rip, he comes down top 4, half in the 4-foot. I got to play the other way. He can almost go full 4. Yeah, or tap. Yeah, let's rip the guard.
Rip.
So the decision has been made.
Well, he's decided to go after the guard here.
Out in front of the rings.
They've looked at a lot of options, but ultimately Jeff's decided that because the rocks are behind the tee line, even if they take the guard off, it's the only thing that is in a position to do them more harm in case he comes around it better. He's saying if he throws it back, they'll deal with it. Otherwise, they're just going to bang and remove some of the rocks from play.
Yep.
Whoa, easy, boys.
Whoa, clean, clean, clean.
Good shot.
Nicely done.
I don't think you'd want us, if we were the other team, you'd want that guard up there.
I was thinking right here. Yeah. This one's farther in, so.
Yeah, we gotta.
You think right on top of it?
I don't like that because then, but then he blasts into there and they could all go.
No. Just put it over there.
They are playing the guard here. There's still a fair amount of room to come around either way.
I think for neither team is particularly happy with where the rocks are.
Yeah, exactly. The same turn, eh?
I want to get a good read for this for now later.
Okay.
That's a good call by Mark. You know, Peter's thinking go the same way. What Mark's thinking is that, you know, if they continue to bang away guards, he may just come back into the 4-foot, and he'd like to see the path.
Looks like a lot to get to the center line, no?
I'll tighten up.
It's really important that at least half of this stone cover the red rock that's at the top of the house, because by hitting the red rock straight back, both of Olson's rocks would go. That's why Peter's concerned about the ice.
No,
it does need to go to the center.
Not too tight.
Not too tight. Line is fine. Clean it up. Got to clean it up. You have
get
to
it to the line.
You got
it to the line, Dean. Get it to the line.
Yep. Right down.
Hard, 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 hard,
okay.
hard, 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 hard.
Hard. Come on. Nope, that's fine.
You get it to the line.
Same shot.
Where do you want to hit it?
Play the raised draw.
Yeah.
Jeff is simply going to just wants to raise his own shot up into the 4-foot.
Looks not bad, eh?
What's that?
It looks good.
What do you guys like? Hit it or just tap?
Sure.
I like for hammering the right and back on.
Yeah, it's not an automatic double. I mean,
it's not automatic. Put it on the nose with just like normal, or?
Oh, I think normal weights for sure.
Yeah. Oh, normal?
Yeah. Well, what were you thinking?
I like peel.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, they've changed.
Even if we pick the guard.
Playing the raised takeout?
I think that's what they decided to do.
Normal, rather, the options were to tap it up with sort of a raised draw, or to play the hit.
The concern with the tapping up is if you don't make it perfect and the rocks are kind of set up poorly, you may not have another chance.
Can I have any less, Jeff?
This way, if he hits it perfectly, he gets them both. If not, for sure, this one's gone.
Yes.
Straight back into the pocket.
Well, the only problem is it just hit it too perfectly almost, and it spilled it back after the 4-foot. Gives Olson a chance to come around to the 4-foot.
Well,
great shot, though.
And we go back.
I don't know if I'd want to keep that in the back of the 4-foot.
Oh, it would have been here though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And we certainly go back to Mark's last point when Peter wanted the other turn, and he said, no, I want to read this now. And this is why, because this is when he's going to use the guard and see if he can get himself to the 4-foot.
This is the one we want to stick on top. Keep it in front of the line and watch it break at the end.
Yep. Yep, for line.
Line.
Hard for line.
Hard.
Hard for line.
Hard. On the guard. Ooh.
Well, he was, but he was certainly light.
Yes, exactly.
So for Jeff, by removing this stone, it's going to force Mark to draw around a rock in the top of the 12-foot, and it should be a relatively simple shot for Jeff on the second one.
Good last. Center line, yeah.
Whoa, easy.
No.
Uh-oh.
Did he flash this?
No.
Whoa, jeez.
Just enough.
Heart attack. He aged a little bit on that shot.
And not very happy faces on Mark and Peter's
Oh, okay.
faces, but
No,
that's...
it's been there for a while.
Did I tweak it there?
It just ran a little bit
straighter than we thought it would.
But mine,
Like,
my first one did that too.
That's no good because he's just going to run it.
Take it back
We gotta
far
be,
enough. Yeah.
we got to be here. Hey, you guys, if we're here, that's just way too easy.
Yeah.
Going that way. If he plays the pick, he might jam.
No, I don't think the jam does any good.
And so for Mark, what he's saying is that they want to try to bury around the rock that's in the top of the 12. But they also have to be back far enough, because if it's just behind the one that's the top of the 12, it's too easy for Jeff to hit it straight back and make contact with it at all. And even if he doesn't stick around, it doesn't really matter. So they want to be back 4.
Could be the last rock of this Safeway Select for Mark Olson. And
just from
did
the
he
body
catch
language,
something?
well, he either caught something or
good luck, guys.
He didn't throw it well.
We looked behind him as soon as he released the rock, and so Jeff Stoughton will pick up 2 in this 10th end and win it by a score of 5-3.
Good luck, Mark.
So we set up a B-side final, a rematch of the A-side final. It'll be Jeff Stoughton against Kerry Burtnick. We'll be back to talk about this game and tomorrow morning's game right after this.
Mountain Dew, a smooth, one-of-a-kind blend of citrus flavors. Mountain Dew quenches your thirst like no other. One taste and you'll agree, it's dew-rific.
Drink Mountain Dew and you'll discover what's inside quenches like no other. A blend of citrus just for you, so smooth it goes down easy too.
Neato!
That's a classic.
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Light. Right out of the ice.
Since 1984, Teens Against Drinking and Driving has been carrying its Don't Drink and Drive message to high school students across Manitoba.
TAD's primary goal is to get the message across that drinking and driving is really dangerous, and to get that message across any way that we can.
I think it's so worthwhile if you can help just one person live a little longer or be a little smarter when they're on the road.
Teens Against Drinking and Driving, winner of the 1998 Roadwise Community Group Award.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, the things our chairs can do go. In short, your choice will do anything, but just sit there.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries presents one sweetheart of a sale just in time for Valentine's Day. Over 150 gorgeous Lazy Boy chairs on display and priced as low as $379. Come in today and find your true love.
The Prairie Plates Cafe sizzles with excitement. Enjoy serious steak and hearty prairie food in the casual elegance of the newly rejuvenated Prairie Plates Cafe. After a delicious meal, warm up your soul and soothe your spirits with a cafe latte or cappuccino to go from the Starbucks Cafe Express. Later, relax in the new Windows Sports and Entertainment Lounge, featuring the best in live jazz and blues music. Experience it all. It's all waiting for you.
Looks refreshing. Tastes refreshing. Labatt Light, right out of the ice.
For over a quarter of a century, Bill Knight has been dressing up the floors of Winnipeg. Any style, any budget, Bill Knight is a name you've come to know and trust.
And now, we're working on the next generation.
Bill Knight Flooring and Carpet, fashion at your feet for over 28 years.
This February, win the world with pork. All you have to do is pick pork in February, and you're eligible to win fantastic worldly prizes. Call today for more details and pick pork.
Jeff Stoughton, your B-side semifinal winner over Mark Olson, a score of 5-3, and he's with our Don Finkbeiner.
Why, Jeff, congratulations. Another great game there. A fairly casual game in a way. You guys are joking around. You like to play to the crowd a bit, both of you and Mark, and you're used to this kind of stuff all the time you play on TV. But you guys are having a lot of fun out there, despite the fact it's a very serious game.
Yeah, I mean, we know Mark's team very well, and it's just one of those things that happens when you're having a good game, and it's sort of back and forth. And there wasn't really anything that was too serious, a joke about sweeping or something like this. But Mark's team's a great team. A little unfortunate on his last one, and picked sort of about 10 feet out of his hand. And I probably had a shot to win, but it's very disappointing for Mark's team, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was a couple of key shots here, maybe in the sixth end there, where Mark, they misjudged his rock. They sort of called it one. Peter Nichols was calling to knock it out.
Yeah.
Mark was coming down to it and gave you an opportunity for your deuce, and that really turned the game around a little bit.
Yeah, the sixth end was, we gave up a real bad two in the fifth end just on a bad call by myself, and then sixth end, it was sort of in between. They didn't know whether to sweep it to tap it out or just let her go, and it was sort of an in-between shot, and we got our two back, and it was simple after that for some reason. I'm not sure. And then ninth end, Pete threw one through in 9, and that sort of.
Well, that was the key too, because then he couldn't blank it, and if he blanked it, then you're going to have to go to the extra end to win it and all that kind of stuff too. And then Jonathan Mead makes a great shot for you on the 10th end there, knocks it back, and almost too perfect, right? Goes through the hole almost, and then moves it back, but still it got it out of there, and that's the main thing for you.
Yeah, we were pretty concerned in the 10th end. It wasn't looking too good, and Pete was a little heavy on his draw, and then his guard didn't come to the center line, and we figured, what the heck, let's run it back and get rid of those two yellows, and that's the way it goes. And again, even my first one, my peel was just, I just ticked it, and all the way down, it looks like I was going to airmail it. So
yeah. Well, listen, you're going great, and I got to ask you now. I guess going for this Purple Heart isn't all that bad after all, eh? There's no money involved here, but still, it's okay. You want to talk about that again for a second?
Never said not winning a Purple Heart means the world, but we're having a great weekend. It's going to be a real tough day tomorrow. We got to beat Kerry again, and they're going to come out real strong. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, you're in the driver's seat, and you're looking great. And good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Joe, back to you.
Thank you very much, Don. Thank you very much, Jeff Stoughton, Kathy Gauthier. They talked about it. They talked about the key shot, our game breaker in this B-side semifinal between Mark Olson and Jeff Stoughton. That was in the 9th end. Unfortunately, it was a miss by third Peter Nichols for Mark Olson.
Well, we always hate to pick misses as game breakers, but in this case it certainly was. There was an opportunity in the 9th with rocks behind the tee line for Peter to come down and freeze and perhaps to really put the pressure and swing the momentum around. Right out of his hand, they didn't even make any motion towards it. It was obviously heavy all the way. He just ticks it and he rolls out. He doesn't even stick around for a biter. Had he done that, it would have certainly forced Jeff to make a shot. And it was those little things that really hurt them. And again, in the 10th end, there was an opportunity for Peter to be in the top 4, and it just didn't happen.
The Game Breaker is brought to you by Western 649, our own 649 game.
So, Kathy Gauthier, let's look ahead to tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, B-side final, a rematch of the A-side final. Jeff Stoughton against Kerry Burtnick. What can we expect? Hopefully, I guess, a different game from Kerry Burtnick in terms of reading the ice.
Well, we're going to see a Wobie Dazzler. I can guarantee you for a couple of reasons. The nice thing to see tonight, is I was kind of splitting the screen there, I guess, is Kerry played a fabulous game against Dave Bowmer. He made those big shots, got his confidence back. This will be the 3rd year in a row that Kerry is in the final, and he just doesn't want to go down again. And for Jeff, they're flying high. They haven't been beaten, and I don't think he's ready to be beat.
Well, Carey Burtnick has talked about the fact that losing in the last 2 years has definitely been a motivation for him in this Safeway Select.
Well, I think it has, and you know, they lost a game early this week. They bounced back. Today, it wasn't, when they lost, it wasn't a factor of little things. It was just mentally, they were having a really hard time with the ice. I expect that tomorrow we're going to see two world-class teams gunning for each other, and I just don't think it's going to quit after one game.
All right, that'll be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the B-side final. Don't miss it on Global. We'll be back to wrap things up here from the Portage Centennial Arena when Global's live coverage of the Safeway Select continues.
$80% tax savings, good returns, and jobs? Yeah, I'd say that's Performance Plus.
With Crocus, you really can save up to 80% in taxes on your RRSP investment.
Crocus has shown that there are plenty of good companies in Manitoba to invest in.
And Crocus has continued to provide great returns, better than many other investments.
Call for this free booklet today. The Crocus Fund, bringing your investments home.
Cars, bars, movie stars, crooks, books, the latest looks, classifieds, taking sides, vacation spots, employment slots, business news, film reviews, Dow Jones and cell phones, world news, finding clues, local sports and local course, health care, is it there? The nation's news in different hues, Bouchard, Manning, the last man standing, world leaders, bottom feeders, evolution, revolution, land, sea and air pollution, questions that are on my mind, answers that I need to find.
The Free Press, it's worth knowing.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us,
just the two of us,
just the two of us, building those castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I.
Some Air Miles rewards don't involve air travel at all, but they still bring people closer together.
Just the two of us.
At last, a real breakthrough in weed control for canola and peas. Odyssey. With just one post-emergent application, Odyssey controls your really tough grass and broadleaf weeds, including those with multiple flushes, like green foxtail, wild mustard, chickweed, and cleavers. See the light, or be left in the dark. Odyssey. A herbicide so advanced it eclipses all others. See a retailer today.
Sometimes the right decision is all a body needs. Well, I've made the right decision, and I've chosen proven seed. And it makes me feel so satisfied looking out across my land. I've got the power to succeed right here in my hand. Proven seed, giving me the power to grow.
Minus 30 degrees isn't uncommon during our winters. That's why most Manitobans have come to depend on Centra Gas. We're committed to provide natural gas service that's easy on your heating bills. Next time you feel the chill of winter, think Centra Gas, fueling the future. For over a quarter of a century, Bill Knight has been dressing up the floors of Winnipeg. Any style, any budget, Bill Knight is a name you've come to know and trust.
And now, we're working on the next generation.
Bill Knight Flooring and Carpet, fashion at your feet for over 28 years.
A very good run in this 1999 Safeway Select by the 4th seed, Mark Olson, but he didn't want it to end this way. 2 games short of his goal and his rock, picking up something at the end and not really making Jeff Stoughton have to shoot to win the game. Jeff Stoughton winning the B-side final by a score of 5-3 over Mark Olson, setting up a B-side final matchup with Carey Burtnick tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Carey Burtnick defeating Dave Bomer in the other B-side semifinal game tonight by a score of 7-3. So that sets up the matchup for tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock here in Portage. It is the B-side final, Jeff Stoughton against Carey Burtnick. Simply put, Jeff Stoughton wins. He is the Manitoba champion for the 3rd time in the 1990s. Carey Burtnick must win that game tomorrow to force a championship final. That'll be at 2 o'clock on Sunday, but that game will only be necessary if Carey Burtnick wins tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So join us then, Sunday at 10 o'clock. Breakfast at the Select here on Global.
The 1999 Safeway Select Men's Provincial Curling Championships are brought to you by Canada Safeway, because we care.